We are at the oldest continually operating stadium in the NFL as you get a look inside Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Today, it's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here between the San Francisco 49ers and the Green Bay Packers. 3-0 versus 0-3. Will current form hold? We'll find out as we're off in week 4. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
On the set.
Throwing first play is Lance. That's going to be caught by Samuel. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3-and-out here on 3rd and 4. From the gun, it's Lance. Completes it to Samuel. And he is going to have a 49ers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. That is catch number 300 now for his NFL career.
Ready. Okay, go field. Ready.
First down, here's Mitchell. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And looking for Kittle, but it's intercepted. And the 49ers are going to take possession of the football. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. The toss left side for Mitchell. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. First down, San Francisco. The pickup, 14 yards.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
Boy, nowhere to go at all on that first down run as they will get to him behind the line of scrimmage.
And we often talk about defensive ends setting the edge, sometimes even the outside linebackers, but how about here? This is a cornerback essentially setting the edge and finishing off that play for a loss.
Play action. Now it's Lance. He'll buy some time right. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Ready up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. And Lance now to throw. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
And Ryan Santoso on now to try the field goal. On the left hash, officially it's called a 51-yard attempt. Up and good for Santoso. And the 49ers take a 3-0 lead. Well, they're able to come away with the interception, Charles. They aren't able to move the ball all that much. However, they do get 3 out of it with a field goal.
Yeah, and anytime you do force a turnover, you have to come out of it with points. Everybody wants 6. They'll take the 3 there. Now it's their opportunity to do it again.
Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And he's got some space here. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. 1st down. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42. The Packers had 0-3 here to begin the campaign. And you hate to have to say it this early in the season, but getting close to must-win time, is it not?
And I totally understand why you expressed it that way, because it's so early in the season, it feels like hyperbole. But I think you are spot on this one. Yes, there's still time to turn things around, but they've got to start to win right now if they have any hopes of trying to make the playoffs.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. This one swung out here to Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Now a 1st down carry by Jones. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down. They'll go again to Jones. And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard. Well, this defense for the Niners, they put together a strong effort last week in the win over Chicago.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and try to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try to run it more?
Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. Throwing now is Rodgers. And incomplete on the deep ball.
I wonder, Brandon, I just wonder, you think maybe he was worried about where he was on the field? Was he far enough? Was he close enough to the 1st down sticks?
Absolutely. He was right there by him, and I think he was thinking 1st down before he caught that football.
Yeah, got to catch it first, because if you don't catch it, there's no chance of picking up a 1st down.
And that ball's going to angle out at the 3-yard line. A beauty.
That's double win there, partner. You keep it out of the return man's hands, and you pin him inside the 5-yard line. Pretty darn good.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. They'll start by running the option to the right. And they'll hit him for a loss as he's back to his 2-yard line. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. Three 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Behind the chain, 2nd and 12. In his own end zone, it's Lance. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And able to use his stiff arm for a little bit of leverage before he's taken down. A pretty good game.
such a tough position to defend near the line, even when you add a second defender. But the big man shrugged off the extra body and made the play call a success.
Okay, break.
The Packers bringing in an extra member of the secondary here to try for the third down stop. Throwing now is Lance. He finds his man, complete. It's Hughes. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on third down.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. He lost 6 there on the first down play. Moving backwards on first down, never a good thing. What does that do for the mindset on second down?
Well, it changes your play call, definitely, because as a play caller, you're advancing yourself thinking, okay, we're going to get a gain here. Now you've got to go back in reverse, come up with something to pick up not just the yardage lost, but gain a few extra.
That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
On the ready.
2 minutes gone by, second quarter. On the draw, here's Mitchell. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Now left side on the swing pass. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 38-yard line. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the second quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there and worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed.
Touchdown! George Kittle, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the 49ers go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points. Extra point up and good from Santoso. And the lead grows to 10-0. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. Taking it about the 1. And he won't quite make it to the 25. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Nothing for him yet from an offensive standpoint. Down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 41 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Again, it's Jones. They'll get it across the 35. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
And this effort won't do it. He needed to get to the 45. He's a yard or 2 short. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves him just short for 4th down. Jordan Berry out to punt on 4th down. That's fielded at the 8-yard line. 1:54 left on the clock here in quarter number 2. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Here's a run on first down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
On 2nd and 11 now. Lance. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Like the footwork back there, I thought he did a pretty good job of evading that first wave of players. Tried to buy a little extra time out of the pocket, but in the end, oh, that was a tough one.
Yeah, winds up getting buried for the loss. And he'll be out of bounds right around the 14. So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return, and it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And with good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket, no reason not to try and put a late scoring drive together. He has it complete to Christian Watson. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And this is caught. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far, and never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on it.
And it's a Packers touchdown. Quez Watkins as the first half is winding down. And the Packers are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed, and a lot of football, full half to be played. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And leading 10-7, and they may just want to get this to the locker room. Now a play fake. Lance. This one complete to Ingram. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
Here we go.
The big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already.
Mega. 560.
Up the middle, here's Mitchell. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Another first down, this time on a gain of 19.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner.
Ready?
Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
On first down, they go back to Mitchell. And some room to maneuver. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting 49ers on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Packers set to get the football first, and they are trailing on the scoreboard as we resume action, ready for the third quarter. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively. Virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
Rodgers to throw on 3rd and 1. He finds Watson complete. And he's going to have a Packers first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. Looking for Watkins, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Ambry Thomas. And the Niners are going to take possession of the football.
I don't think there's any other way to put it, but that was just simply deflating, because you know they came out ready to go at halftime, right? Everyone motivating each other, wanting to get out there and get going. And that turnover absolutely saps your momentum. Now you're just shouting encouragement to your defense, hoping they can pick you up and give you another chance.
They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well, because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
He's going to let it go deep for the end zone, and he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
But based on the play we just saw there, he might not be the guy you want to challenge in coverage on these all-important snaps. He certainly looks dialed in right now.
In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. Shotgun now for Lance. He finds his man complete. It's Hughes. And he is going to have a Niners first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the 3rd downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the 3rd quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
66 yards rushing for him now to this point.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Right back to Mitchell on 2nd down. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
Ready, ready.
Lance to throw on 2nd down here. He's got it. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Lance finding Kittle, first down San Francisco. That catch, by the way, number 505 of his career, and that ties him with a couple of other tight ends for the past, Frank Wycheck and Dallas Clark.
And those guys were excellent players, but how about what we're seeing right now? 505 and rising. What a nice career he's put together.
It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal. Lance going to sneak it. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down. Now keep in mind, if you're thinking of staying on the ground, this is a top 5 rush defense.
Yeah, but I don't think you shy away totally with the run. At least show them the hint of a run before you decide to throw the football.
They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
And now 3rd and goal coming up. The loss on 2nd down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder. And they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
Lance now on 3rd and goal. And it's caught. Able to hold him to just 2 yards, and now it's 4th and goal.
A short gain that doesn't get them the 1st down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it.
Here we go.
And they'll go for it. Lance. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had the play call on 4th and goal, but it's dropped in the end zone. And the Packer defense stands tall down by the goal line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
Now Rodgers on the bootleg. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. Now Rodgers. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
It's not often that you'll find offensive and defensive guys that'll agree on much, but one place they find common ground, you've got to protect or attack the middle of the field. And no one was there. What a big play, moving it downfield.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. And he's got his big tight end here. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. They bring a man off the corner that time, and he gets home for a loss of 6. They've been moving the ball well offensively, really getting into a groove. Last play, pass completion. Now, finally, the defense gets there.
And you have to find a way to disrupt their rhythm. Do you do it with coverage, or do you do it with pressure? They elected to go with pressure, and it was the right call. But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
26.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. And this almost intercepted. Not sure he saw the free safety that time. But lucky, incomplete. That'll bring up 4th down. Succop's kick is good. But now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about. Charles, they're trying to protect this lead late. Those are the types of mistakes they could afford to go without.
About the last thing you want to give them is help in completing a comeback, which is exactly what that penalty does.
After the penalty, it's Jones. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage.
Touchdown! Quez Watkins, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Packers put together a 4th-quarter drive to take the lead. Extra point up and good by Succop. And the lead is now 14-10. So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25.
On the double.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the second half. They'll need to change that here. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a first down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
Right back to Mitchell on 2nd down. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Ready, break.
The Niners on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. Desperation time here. Lance got his man complete over the middle. That's Hughes. And he is going to have the Niners first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. 4th down, no problem. Just a ho-hum pickup of 14 to keep the offense on the field. Off of play action, here's Lance. This will be caught at Samuel. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Here we go.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 27. Now Lance. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. Well, certainly those are the types of mistakes they're trying to avoid as they attempt to protect this lead late in the game.
And let's face it, they're hoping that this one doesn't cost them in a significant way. Yeah, one guy committed a penalty, but now the entire defense has to pay the price and try and rise up and overcome it.
Throw left side complete. That's Hughes. That'll be a pickup of 4 as they work with his 4-point 4th-quarter lead.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. The safety, Adrian Amos, comes crashing in for the sack.
And another long drive from the offense, but the defense is denying them the end zone. Nothing to show for the last drive offensively. They can't come away empty-handed again.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They face a critical 3rd down now, needing a score here in the late going. A tall task ahead of them here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. 3rd and long. They'll look to throw. Touchdown 49ers. Deebo Samuel, an 18-yard touchdown grab. And the 49ers answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a 4th quarter lead. Important extra point up and through. So it's now a 3-point game here in the closing stages, as a field goal now can only tie it. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. Short kick. One of the up middle take it down. And solid field position here to start as they get this out to the 40-yard line.
And when you're facing a deficit on the scoreboard, you're just looking for something to get you right back into the game, and that's the spark that they were looking for. They got it with that big return.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. Able to find Jones. The last time out, they had to march almost the full length of the field for their touchdown. So here, much easier, Charles, with this better starting field position.
I love your sarcasm, but I love even more your observation, because, look, what they did last time out, now with a shorter field, they should have a lot of confidence that they're going to put more points up on the board.
Back to throw, Rodgers. Again, that's Watkins. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. Rodgers to throw. Drops it to Jones in the flat. Showed off the toughness, but still corralled shy of the 5 at the 6. To throw is Rodgers. And this is caught. Touchdown. And they've taken the lead here in the final minute.
What an outstanding drive right there to take the lead. And also, Charles, didn't leave their opposition with a whole lot of time on the clock.
Yeah, I like the way that you're viewing this, because they did a tremendous job to put themselves in a position to win, but they can't celebrate just yet. They've got to clamp down on any big plays and force them to use up those timeouts without making any headway.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while, because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Lance back to throw.
And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now.
Probably time for 2 more shots, and ideally, they'd like to get the midfield or so they have a chance at a Hail Mary on the final play.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Lance looking to throw.
And it's complete to Mitchell.
And they will get the conversion on 3rd down, but the clock, a more pressing factor.
1st down, San Francisco. The pickup, 14 yards.
Red. Here's Lance.
He's going to let it fly. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So after all of this, it comes down to one final play.
And just think of what it's going to be, because from this distance, you got to be prepared for everything. Hook and laterals, tip balls, you name it. A lot of laterals after a catch. Just got to be prepared, stay on your feet defensively, and tackle someone.
One final try now for Lance.
And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over.
A fun, close ball game comes to an end. On that last play, Charles, they were on the wrong side of midfield. They needed something near a miracle, and they couldn't get it done.
Yeah, the effort, that was good. Very good, in fact. They were just a little too far out to get a decent look at the end zone for that last opportunity. Couldn't get it done, but a nice game overall.
So for the Packers, it took a few weeks, but they finally get their first one of the season here in Week 4.
And they will hit the road next week to take on Washington.
Meanwhile, for San Francisco, the defeat is their first of the year as they drop to 3-1. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road.